with Article 19 of the Constitution of Pakistan of 1973.
ٹھیک ہے، اب ہم نے سن لی، اب آپ سے بعد میں بات کریں گے. یہ سب سے پہلے نمبر ہے 4 نمبر. یہ قیوم صدیقی صاحب خود چلائیں گے، کون چلائے گا کیس؟ یا صدر پریس ایسوسی ایشن چلانا چاہتے ہیں، جو بھی چلانا چاہتے ہیں.
اچھا، میں صدر کو تو میں کچھ نہیں کہہ سکتا ہوں، لیکن پارٹی میں کچھ فیکٹس جو ہیں وہ آپ کے اس پہ لانا چاہ رہا تھا. اس میں
پانچ آپ کے دیکھیے. اب اس میں جو ذرا سی تھوڑی سی وضاحت کر دوں. وہ دیکھیں نا قدرت کا نظام کیسا ہوتا ہے. یہ کیس سیو موٹو ہم نے لیا تھا عدالت میں.
جی ہاں
جی، 2 ممبر بینچ نے.
جی ہاں.
پھر یہ چلا گیا کس ذریعے مجھے نہیں پتا،
ہمیں بھی نہیں پتا سر.
ٹھیک ہے، وہ چلا گیا کہ
5
ممبر بینچ کے سامنے.
جی ہاں.
5 ممبر بینچ کا فیصلہ ہے، یہ رپورٹ ہوا ہے
PLD 2022 سپریم کورٹ 306
اور 2 ممبر بینچ کا فیصلہ ہے 2021 SCMR 1602. اب یہ 5 ممبر بینچ کے پاس چلا گیا اور صرف آپ کی ساری رائے نہیں ہوتی، ججز کی بھی ہوتی ہے.
بالکل، لیکن
تعین کر سکتا ہے کہ 184(3) کے یعنی کہ جو مقدمے جس میں انفورسمنٹ آف فنڈامنٹل رائٹس اور جو عوام سے منسلک ہیں وہ اس بات کی نوٹس لے سکتے ہیں. یہ فیصلہ ہوا. اس کے بعد اب آ جاتے ہیں اس پہ آپ کی پٹیشن کے صفحہ نمبر. پھر یہ چیف جسٹس کو سب کے سامنے رکھا گیا اور انہوں نے
زندہ کیا
اس کو، اس کے لیے بینچ تشکیل دی، 3 ممبر بینچ تشکیل دی گئی. اور پھر وہاں کیا ہوا، بس کوئی آرڈر ہے کہ آپ کا کہنا تھا کہ میں فائل نہیں چلانا چاہتا ہوں،
اس لیے میں نے کہا کچھ فیکٹس آپ بتا دیں کہ
اس کے لیے اس کے بعد پوری وضاحت کر دو. لیفٹیننٹ جنرل یہ وہاں رکھا گیا تو یہ کیس ڈسپوز آف نہیں ہوا. انہوں نے کہا کہ اس کا نمبر پڑھ آج کیا تھی کورٹ میں 184(3) کے.
مائی لارڈ
صفحہ نمبر 5 پہ ہے.
My lord, this is
ذرا تاریخ بھی دیکھیے کون سی تاریخ ہے.
This is 20th of August 2021.
جی.
And this is, my lord, this was
جی.
Petition under Article
184(3) of the Constitution. It is humbly submitted as 1. We are practicing journalists and most of us rely upon journalism as our source of livelihood. 2. Most of us were working in media, television and newspapers but were sacked because we would honestly report the news. These sackings took place on the behest of outsiders. It is an open secret who they are. These persons would not write a letter to submit a formal complaint. They would generally just make a WhatsApp call and threaten the newspaper or the television channel where we were employed that if we were not laid off, there would be serious consequences for the management and that they may even shut down the news channel. Faced with these threats, which have often been carried out, the management of the media houses where we worked were left with no option but to sack us. 3. Many a time we took no issue and told them that the founder of the country, Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah, had fought against laws which curtailed media freedom and that he advocated a free media, but we were told that Quaid-e-Azam was dead and that we run the country now. After losing our jobs, many of us, in order to support ourselves and our families, started doing news shows on YouTube and on other social media platforms. But here too, we were harassed, intimidated, picked up, beaten, shot at and killed. Even the reports of our abductions, beatings and shot at were not allowed to be published on mainstream media. Very few newspapers would do so, and if they did so, would have to suffer the consequences. They were cut off from government-sponsored advertisements and otherwise intimidated. Some of the reports are attached. 4. The situation has become so dire that departments and institutions of the state which are supposed to protect us are being used to lodge false cases against us. In this, the Federal Investigation Agency, FIA, has resorted to lodging baseless and unfounded cases against reputable credible senior journalists. Copies of such false cases are attached. 5. We are citizens of Pakistan, but now are unable to live, breathe, and work freely, and a number of our fundamental rights, which we were entitled to, are smashed and taken away from us. Our life and liberty is rendered meaningless, and in doing so, Article 9 of the Constitution violated. 6. We have been enslaved because we are told that we must not write, and if we write, what we should write. This is slavery. Slavery is forbidden in Article 11 of the Constitution. 7. Our mobile phones and computers are illegally snatched away. These phones and laptops contain personal information as well as information relayed to us through confidential sources. In accessing our personal mobile phones and computers, those who bring forward wrongdoing and blow the whistle on illegalities are now exposed. In snatching away our phones and laptops, Article 13 of the Constitution is violated, which categorically states that self-incrimination is not permissible. 8. Our dignity and privacy are violated every day, and Article 14(1) violated. Thugs barge into our homes, hold us at gunpoint, beat us, and take us away. The constitutional guarantee of dignity of man and privacy of home has been destroyed. 9. We are also tortured to extract information. Torture is prohibited by Article 14(2) of the Constitution, but we are tortured. 10. Our freedom of movement is also curtailed, as we can be picked up at any time from any place, and then the lucky ones who are not killed are dropped off at remote locations. The perpetrators openly violate our fundamental right of freedom of movement, Article 15 of the Constitution. 11. Our lives are becoming intolerable. We are prohibited from speaking out or printing the truth because it may be inconvenient for the state-backed players. A well-known journalist recently said that state of press freedom completely rotten in Pakistan.
इस वक्त आप समाअत देख रहे हैं। सहाफियों को हिरासत किए जाने पर सुमोटो केस की समाअत चीफ जस्टिस पाकिस्तान की सरबराही में 3 रुकनी बेंच समाअत कर रहा है।
Independent journalists also provide information and education, and the right to education is a fundamental right in Article 25A of the Constitution. 17. We are also not allowed to abide by the principles of Islam, which provides that it is the duty of Muslims to point out wrongdoing, and that to the speak a word of truth to an unjust ruler is Jihad Akbar. However, we are not permitted to speak the truth, therefore we cannot live our lives in accordance with the injunctions of Islam. 18. Pakistan was founded by the greatest constitutional mind, but is now compared with the most draconian and dictatorial countries in the world in terms of freedom index and freedom of the press. Please see the attached Pakistan Press Freedom 2021. The report released by the Freedom Network states, a dramatic escalation in the climate of intimidation and harassment of media and its practitioners adversely affecting freedom of expression and access to information environment was discovered. 19. Pakistan is ranked 145th position in Reporters Without Borders 2021 Global Press Freedom Ranking. The government is maligning the state of Pakistan, and it is pushing it to pariah state internationally. The actions of the government are also ensuring that Pakistan either stays on FATF's grey list or is pushed into the blacklist. The state of Pakistan takes precedence over the government and every agency working under the state. 20. We have no other recourse but to turn to this honorable court to not only protect us but to protect the very foundation of the Islamic Republic of Pakistan. We therefore most humbly request that this honorable court be pleased to initiate action to ensure our fundamental rights and also to take appropriate action against all those who are violating our fundamental rights and causing the deteriorating landscape for press freedom in Pakistan. The report released by the Freedom Network states a dramatic escalation in the climate of intimidation and harassment of media and its practitioners adversely affecting freedom of expression and access to information environment was discovered. 19. I think that this is repetition. So it ends at the previous page with the prayer, my Lord.
Yeah. नहीं मगर ये जो इनकी कंप्लेंट को फिर देखा ही नहीं गया। देखा गया या नहीं देखा गया?
Your Lordship. Your Lordship passed an order.
एक ऑर्डर पास किया था उसने।
कौन सा ऑर्डर?
मेरे ख्याल में
This is dated 20th of August.
2 member bench का ऑर्डर है।
20th of August 2021 by 2 members.
ये तो नोटिस वाला था, इसके बाद क्या हुआ? इसके बाद तो फिर वो हुआ 5 मेंबर, फिर हुआ कि चीफ जस्टिस, फिर वापस जिंदा हो गया केस।
जब वापस जिंदा
फिर क्या हुआ? उसके बाद कोई कार्रवाई हुई इसमें?
और जब वापस जिंदा हुआ तो हमने ये कहा था कि क्योंकि ये अदालती तारीख में किस जुरिस्डिक्शन में आया, तो आई मीन पेन के भी हमारी अदालती तारीख में क्या हुआ, तो वन ऑफ द लर्नड जज जो है उन्होंने कहा कि आप मिस्टर सिद्दीकी आप हटें यहाँ से, हिस्ट्री फैसला करेगी। तो फिर उस पर हमने कहा था कि मैं फिर अपना मामला जो है वो अल्लाह पे छोड़ता हूँ, एंड देन हम जो है वो साइड पे हो गए थे।
अगर इसमें ऑर्डर तो है 13/9/2021 का भी एक ऑर्डर है उसी बेंच का।
जी हाँ,
उन्होंने डिटेल्स मांगी सारी 13 ये SMC5 SMC5 में ऑर्डर है।
13/9 का ऑर्डर दिखाइए।
13/9/2021 का, इसमें पैराग्राफ 2 में उन्होंने कहा है कि ऑन क्वेरी ऑफ द डायरेक्टर जनरल FIA who is present in court submits that
My lord, this was in SMC5, not SMC4.
वो ऑर्डर तो कलेक्टिवली है ना जी, वो तो सारा उसको पूरे
13/9 का पढ़ने 5 का ऑर्डर
जी, it's
13 कौन से सफे आप पढ़ेंगे ऑर्डर?
13th of September 21 in SMC number 5 of 2021, 3-member bench. Pursuant to our last order dated 30th of August 2021, a report has been filed by the registrar of the Islamabad High Court. Let a copy of the report be handed over to the learned Attorney General for Pakistan, who shall go through the same and assist us in the matter on the next date of hearing, especially as to whether, on account of any overlap of the issues involved in the petitions pending before the High Court and those raised or likely to arise in these proceedings, or for any other reason, it would be necessary or appropriate for this court to pass any orders in relation to the matters pending before the High Court. 2. On our query, the Director General, Federal Investigation Agency, who is present in court, submits that in the past 4 years, 27 cases have been reported to FIA, out of which 4 have been converted into inquiries, leading to the lodging of FIRs, and others remain at complaint stage, some of which are still being processed. We therefore direct the DG FIA to file a comprehensive report inter alia providing the following details information. 1. The FIRs. 2. How the said FIRs have been lodged and what process was followed in doing so. 3. What proceedings have been taken and if any accused has been arrested. 4. If matters have gone to the courts, what are the stages?
मगर ये तो इनकी इस्तदा थी नहीं, जहाँ तक मुझे समझ आया। ये तो पूछ रहे हैं कि इनके खिलाफ कोई केसेस रजिस्टर्ड हुए हैं। इनका कहना था कि जी व्हाट्सएप कॉल पे धमकी देके गोली मार के हम पर तशद्दुद किया जा रहा है। मतलब ये मैं समझ पा रहा हूँ इनकी कंप्लेंट से, उसमें ये तो उल्टा कंप्लेनेंट अक्यूज एक तरह से बन गए।
And I personally speaking,
नहीं तो ये मैटर जिंदा है अभी।
so
देखिए आप एक बात बहुत, अब आप बुनियादी बातें से शुरू करते हैं। आर्टिकल 19 से पढ़िए जरा।